This episode is sponsored by Zoe. Hello everybody, welcome to 40ish. I'm Nicole Goodman.
And I'm Lauren Mishcon. This is the podcast that navigates all the troubles, the woes of midlife.
Yeah. Well, we talk about midlife in a humorous, relatable, resonant way.
We try our best.
No, we don't try our best, we do.
And we share our honest truth
We
about
do.
all our
shit, all the mundane shit that is talked about here.
It's basically like free therapy.
Is it? It isn't. It's not like free therapy.
It is for me.
Is it?
Yeah.
This is your version of this is your version
This
of therapy.
is my version.
This is not therapy.
This is like couples therapy. I watched that show last night, Couples Therapy.
I love couples
I
therapy.
find it fascinating.
So do I.
But also,
don't you just want to go to her as a couples therapist?
No, God no. But I also don't really understand why these people want it all filmed.
Well, they probably get free therapy out of it.
Oh, do you think? Is that the deal?
100%. They would get free, amazing
They're like
therapy.
paying her to do the show, do you think? The production company.
Can you imagine what she must charge a session?
I have no idea.
She probably charges $250, $300 a session.
Oh, is that the deal? But still, it's a lot of airing of stuff.
Oh,
in that
I mean,
show.
it's not for me, but I just think she's amazing.
It's very relatable stuff.
It is, but anyway, it's not about couples therapy. We don't need couples therapy.
We're in it. We're here. And if you want more couples therapy in your life, then don't forget to follow and subscribe. We have got an Apple subscription. And when you subscribe, you get early access. You get ad-free across this show and Self-Care Club. And you get early access.
You said that twice. You're so
Did
bad
I?
at doing this.
Did I?
Yeah,
Did I say it twice?
I think
This
you
is
did.
happening to me a lot. A lot.
What, you're saying things twice?
Yeah.
It's not good for podcasting.
It's not good for life.
It's definitely very bad for your job, though.
Really bad for my
You're
job.
saying everything twice.
Yeah.
Well, you just. Do you know what? I have noticed you're repeating yourself.
Don't say that.
Okay.
Because on top of,
I've said it.
on top of me forgetting where I parked my car, now I'm getting worried.
What are you getting worried? You got early onset. Do me a favour. You haven't got to worry.
How do you know? I haven't got to worry. Oh, only my grandmother had it and her mother had it, but I'm sure it'll skip.
Your mum hasn't got it.
It wasn't my mum's side. I'm just saying. Who are you again? I'm really. It's worrying me. Zach said to me yesterday that I had the identical conversation with him 10 minutes apart. I didn't remember.
I think it's probably more likely that it's
it?
your hormones.
I really hope so, because I can sort that out.
Yeah, but would you? Would you? Would you really? Anyway, I'm
Yeah.
going to do the subscription bit now.
Go on,
okay?
please.
I'm
It'd be
gonna do
better. It would be
properly
better, yeah.
because the listeners are probably a bit confused. Over at Apple Podcasts,
Yeah.
we have a subscription where for $4.99 a month, you get this show and Self-Care Club ad-free. That's right, ad-free and early access, which means you get everything 1 to 2 days earlier than everybody else, and you don't get the annoying adverts. So what more could you ask for? You get us completely uninterrupted.
Wow.
What a gift.
Our husbands would pay extra for more adverts.
What a
Wouldn't
gift. Can you imagine them paying to be part of our
I
subscription?
can't imagine them listening to the show. Let
They
alone
don't listen to the
pay-
show.
No, never.
Thank God they don't listen to the show, because I think it would be a very different show if they did listen.
It would. And also
And
wouldn't be able to talk about them.
And also, sometimes it's so embarrassing because it comes up at like dinners, like when we go out with another couple, and
Yeah.
they were like, "I don't know, I listened to your show, and oh, do you remember the bit that you said about Adam?" And I'm
it's
like,
what
looking
did
at
you
them-
say about me?
Yeah, and he's like, "Well, what did she say?" And they're like, "Well, don't you listen?" He's like, "No."
No.
And then I'm just sort of like, "No, it's just no."
Yeah.
And he's not really on social media, so he doesn't see any of the social
Ollie's
posts.
not on social media either.
I mean, he is, but he isn't.
Mm.
You know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm. What's your most 40ish moment of the
hold on, I
week?
haven't finished the
Oh, I'm
subscription
sorry.
bit.
Oh, please finish. No one cares. They'll subscribe. They won't subscribe.
I was going to say,
What?
if you want to be in touch with us,
Oh, yeah.
that bit.
Oh, yeah. That would be really nice.
Yeah, if you wouldn't
Yeah.
it? If you want to be in touch with us and you want to be part of the conversation, please email us hello@40ish.co.uk, or you can DM us at 40ish.podcast.
That's it.
I did it so beautifully,
You
didn't I?
did.
What is going on with you? What's your most 40ish moment of the week this week?
It's deeply 40ish.
Go on.
I know you're going to take the piss. I don't care. And even as I was in the midst of doing it, as I was doing it, half of my brain was doing it and the other half of my brain was like, if Nicole knew what I was doing now, she would be laughing at me and teasing me. I went on a walk with my friend yesterday evening. It was
Good.
delightful. It was like
Good.
5 o'clock. It
Yep.
was really nice.
What friend?
My friend Kate.
I knew it was going to be Kate.
Because her dog had lost his collar. And it was... She was very upset because she'd bought it from this woman and it was like a
Is
gay...
this the story?
No, it was like a gay
feel
pride
like it
collar.
is.
It was handmade. It was rainbow. And, you know, he's an ally, her dog, and he'd lost the collar and it was very expensive. She was very annoyed. So
He's
we went...
an ally?
Yeah, of course, he's an ally.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. He wears his pride collar
With pride?
with pride during Pride Month. And he's an ally. But anyway, he'd lost his collar. So I was like, is your dog homophobic now? What's going on here? So we went to look for the collar. We couldn't find it. Anyway, whilst we were out, there was a group of very loud, very active birds above us in the trees. And I was like, I keep hearing these birds. And she said, me too. And I said, do you know what they are? She said, I don't know what they are. And we stood still for ages, staring and looking at these birds and listening to them. And I was like, I think it might be a swallow. Anyway, I got home and then I shit you not, at 1:45 in the morning on my sofa, I was on the RSPB website. That's the Royal Society for the Protection of Birds, listening to different birdsong, trying to identify the birds in the woods. That's why I say half my brain was doing it with good intent, and the other half was like,
Why good
if
intent?
Nicole could see me now, she'd just sigh. She would just sit there, roll her eyes and sigh at how middle-aged I am. I was actually invested in this. And as I was doing it, I thought, I swear when I was 25, I wouldn't have been interested in what bird it was.
Okay, I have questions.
Yep. Ask away.
The RSPB
Yes?
website.
Yep.
It has all different sounds of what the birds sound like.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
Why?
It has a bird identification thing, and you can search for
How
the birds.
did you know that?
Well, I just looked up how to identify British birds, and you can look by
You
season.
looked up.
Yep. Yep.
So you typed into Google.
Yep.
How do I identify British birds?
I actually think I looked up small black bird, very loud song, and then it kind of took me down this wormhole of
Okay.
bird identification. It's
My
amazing.
next question
They
is
show you the bird, and then you can hit play, and it plays you the bird song.
right. My next question
Yep.
is: did you identify? No, I
Did
don't
I
care.
identify
I don't
the
care.
bird?
Don't care.
I think I did.
Swallow.
I think it was a swallow, and then I was really proud of myself.
Okay.
I believe it was.
Second question is:
Yeah.
why at 1:45 in the morning is this on your mind?
Because I hadn't identified the bird, and it was
But why does
bugging
it
me.
matter?
because I couldn't.
Is it a
it was
bit
bugging
like
me. It was
when you
bugging
see
me.
an actor in a program
Yeah,
and you know
you're like, I
see
know them from
yeah,
something. They
yeah.
played the baddie and this,
Yeah,
but who are they?
yeah.
Then you have to Google them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like that?
It's exactly like that. Like when I watched the other week, A Real Pain.
I haven't seen it.
Okay, it's great. And there's this older woman who's a tourist on the trip. And I'm like, why do I know her? Why do I know her? Do I know her in real life? I really know her. And then at the end of the film, I had to Google it. It was Jennifer Grey. You didn't know it was Jennifer Grey,
Well,
but it was Jennifer Grey. Different face.
Different face.
Different
Because
person.
she was in Friends, and I didn't know she was in Friends.
What?
Different face.
Who was she in
She
Friends?
played. She did like a cameo.
Okay. I mean, different
Face.
But still
But
so
like-
familiar.
But different face.
Like Renee Zellweger when she did her whole
Different face.
Yeah.
and also because she still sounds like Jennifer
That's
Grey.
what I mean. She was
But she
so
doesn't look
familiar.
anything like Jennifer Grey.
No.
It's not even like she had a facelift. She
Yeah. Had a new face.
new face.
Like face off.
but why? She was so pretty.
Don't know. But anyway, it was the same.
I don't get the
thing.
Jennifer Grey thing.
I don't either. But it was the
I
same
don't know
thing.
if I'm more perturbed about Jennifer Grey's face and why she did it, or you and the birds. I really don't know. It's a toss-up.
Do you know what? I actually feel quite comfortable with the fact that I'm interested in the birds. I feel like it's very fitting for someone of my age. I just do. I just feel like this is where I'm going.
I don't think.
I'm okay with it. I'm all right with it.
You know, I spend my life worrying about bandasias and things like that.
What?
Yeah,
Sorry?
I think it's called a bandasia.
Is that a plant?
It's it's a paddle shot.
Oh.
You know, That's how we differ.
Why has it got such a cool name?
All the names are so ridiculous. Anyway, I'm not even going to go into it because I can't pronounce half of them.
I also don't think this is going to help me when your friends say that I'm like an old lady, because this is just adding fuel to their fire.
Well, it's just confirming it.
Okay. But I am an old lady.
But you're not an old lady.
Well, I'm not a young lady.
Depends who you're talking to.
This man outside Waitrose kept calling me Miss yesterday, and I was with Josh, and I was like, I love it.
Bloody hell. What is going on with you?
No, he was like a charity guy. He wasn't chatting up guy. He was like trying to
say,
get
'cause you got
cash out
chatted
of me
up.
for the air ambulances. And I said, why is he calling me Miss? I'm ancient. And Josh was like, what do you want him to call you? Madam? And I was like, oh, good point, Josh. Good point. But Miss, I'm definitely not a Miss anymore. When do you stop being a Miss?
When you get married.
No, but I mean, like, looks-wise, when do you stop being a Miss? When's it not appropriate anymore?
Because also, you wouldn't say that to a man. You wouldn't say Mr. to a man.
You would only... Oh, yeah, you wouldn't, would you?
You wouldn't. If it says Mr., you'd call them Sir.
Yeah. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Would you like to give tons of cash to this charity?
Excuse me, miss.
Yeah. I suppose you can't call someone Mrs. because that's
Excuse
rude.
All right, Mrs. No.
No.
So what would you call them, ma'am?
Yeah. Madam?
Madam.
I prefer madam.
Do you?
I'm more of a madam than I am a miss.
Well, not with the birds. I don't know what's going on with you. I don't know if
I'm
I'm here for it.
47.
No, I'm 48. I have no fucking interest in the sound of birds. And at 1:45 in the morning, I'm not going to be Googling how to identify a black British bird and then being redirected, and then going through all of the audio sounds on this website. It's weird.
It's not weird.
It is weird.
It's not weird. I have an interest in nature. I have no shame about it. None. I actually really enjoy nature. And that's fine. David Attenborough's made a whole career out of this. Would you take the piss out of him? Oh, David, I can't believe we're going to the Galapagos Islands again. Oh, it's so old of you. Go and look at turtles.
I just find the conversation boring.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm boring now.
I never thought I'd say it, but
It's happening.
Yeah.
It's
You
happening.
don't bore me. Please don't. Please. I'm worried because the most fun I have is with you. So please
stop looking at birds all the time.
You want to hear my 40-ish moment?
Yes.
Sandals.
What about them?
I don't
That was
know.
a big sigh about sandals.
Because I don't know what to do.
In what respect?
I realise this is a silver spoon problem.
Come on.
Okay.
Share it. Share it with the group.
I think that most women in my age must be having this problem.
Probably.
Right. I'm going away soon.
Uh-huh.
We do a lot of walking on holiday in the evenings. We're not going on a walking holiday. I mean, like we walk around the markets after
walks.
dinner.
You go on walks.
No, we don't go on walks because my husband won't walk.
Okay.
But we walk
to a restaurant and then home from the restaurant.
To a restaurant, or sometimes we have to park quite a long way to get to the beach.
Yeah, so it's not heels. And it's a holiday.
And it's very casual where we go.
Okay.
Very, very casual. Yep. Heels are not necessary because there's a lot of walking at night.
Yeah.
So all the sandals that I have, or actually I have one pair of dress sandals that aren't a plastic Birkenstock.
Like leather. You have a proper pair of leather sandals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not comfortable.
No, they never are.
They're very nice.
Yeah.
And they look great.
Yeah,
but they're not comfortable, and they're quite sweaty, and when your feet are really hot and you're in like 30-degree heat, it gives me blisters and etc. etc. Right.
Yeah.
So I want a nice pair of sandals. Here we go.
Come on.
Here's the 40-ish moment.
Come on.
That I can walk in and that are comfortable.
Oh, hello. Fox glove, foot glove, M&S foot glove.
Hello. Being middle-aged.
Yeah.
Hello, middle-aged. You are here.
Here I am.
I now need a shoe that is practical.
What do you feel about ankle stability? Is it something that concerns you?
It concerns my sister. So we've had this whole conversation and she just says it off the cuff as if it's no issue. Like, it just doesn't give me enough support. Yes. And I'm thinking, oh my God.
I have to think about support now. I think I might actually have the solution for you. Fit flop.
That is not a solution.
They
don't carry on.
No. They do loads of different styles.
No.
And they give good support.
No.
And they're comfortable. They just look shit.
How can you seriously think this is a solution?
I'm just thinking of like what is comfortable and practical. Fit flop. They do new style. I just like to say I don't own any. But I've seen them.
But it's all right for me to wear them.
But I've seen them. Why can't you
Do I strike you as a fit flop kind of person?
Well, maybe not now, but maybe after the summer, yes. Why can't you just wear your rubber Birkenstocks? Get like a pair in black or some
Because I'm
chic
over the
colour.
rubber Birkenstock.
Yeah, I am too, even though I'm wearing them today. But yeah, I'm kind of over them too.
I here with my clogs on,
Yeah.
my Birkenstock clogs, but I'm a bit over them as
what
well.
What about just Birkenstock sandals? Like nice ones. They've got some studded leather ones this summer.
But
they're only
all-
£200.
Yeah, they've rocketed
Yeah,
up
they
in
have.
price, and two, I've got so many Birkenstocks, and I've got the black leather ones, and they're too expensive, and I'm done with that style. There has to be another style that a 48-year-old can wear that she's comfortable, that isn't a Birkenstock, that doesn't cost £175.
There is
that,
okay.
I haven't finished,
Yeah.
is on trend, and that goes with my wardrobe. It is not a fit flop. No offence to anyone that wears fit flops, it's just not my style.
Ancient Greek. Do you know them?
Yeah, but they're also expensive.
They're really
Right,
expensive.
could we have an affordable?
No, I have
option?
very expensive taste. No, I don't know. I know what you mean, and it is an issue.
It's an issue.
Yeah, it's an
I
issue.
still want to look stylish.
Yeah.
I still want to feel nice.
Yeah.
I don't want to wear a fit flop.
I have to say, I don't know if this is a solution, but I discovered when I last went on holiday that in the evening, actually, what I ended up wearing was just a gold Havaiana flip-flop. And you can wear that with a dress and you can walk in it and it's comfy. And I know it's not like a stylish thing, but it's like at least it's metallic-y and it's very comfy and it's definitely not sweaty. And okay, I don't really want to wear flip-flops for dinner, but you know what I mean? When it's metallic, it feels a bit
But it's also
better.
because you had a terrible blister on your foot.
Yeah, I had to wear them. But I'm saying then I realised like, oh, you can just wear these in the evening and it's fine. I've got some Zara ones, but it's the same
So
thing.
I've
They're
just
very
bought the Zara
hard,
ones, like
hard
the
with the strap.
the
yeah.
sandal over the top,
I
and
know
I've got them in red.
exactly.
And of course, because they're flat and they're
Yeah,
25 quid, and
yeah.
everyone's going to buy them this
Yeah,
year because
yeah.
they go with everything. But they are not going to be comfortable.
They're never comfortable.
And they're never going to last for another summer.
No. I get it. I get it.
Thank you.
I get it.
Thank you for validating me.
But I'm just saying, have a look at the fit.
No, forget it.
Before we dive into your dilemmas, a quick disclaimer. We are not doctors. We are not healthcare professionals. We can't even find a pair of sandals. So if there is an issue that you are seriously struggling with, please contact a qualified expert.
Question 1. Dear midlife meddlers. Well,
Ooh.
that's not kind. Is it?
We do meddle.
We do meddle. But that's our job. My husband seems to have heat-induced libido swings.
Ooh.
The higher the temperature, the more frisky he gets. I'm trying not to stick to the leather. I'm just trying to not stick to the leather. What?
Hello? Where are your teeth today?
I am just trying not to stick to the leather sofa. It is not a summer of love for me. It is a summer of please leave me the fuck alone.
Uh-oh.
I'm so sweaty and hot and bothered. We have a fan in our bedroom and 2 open windows, and I've just bought a portable air conditioning unit. I am still hot. My husband keeps turning everything off because the noise keeps him awake. That's not fair. I always say to Adam, like when he shuts the windows, I'm like, you are living with a perimenopausal woman. Open the fucking window! You know? I just heard it. Leave it alone. He also wants, like this woman carries on, he also wants to spoon with me. Oh my God. I cannot bear a human hot water bottle near me in this weather. He thinks I'm being mean, but I am one sweaty night away from moving to the sofa until autumn. Can you recommend a solution for one 43-year-old hot mess?
Fuck in the shower.
She's only 43.
That's my solution.
She's not asking where she should have sex.
Yes, she is.
No,
Do
she's
you have
not.
a solution for a 43-year-old hot mess? Fuck in the shower.
Is that what she's asking?
Oh.
I think she's asking how she can get her husband to leave her alone. It's funny how you and I read that differently, isn't it? She's asking how to get him to leave her alone.
I have the opposite problem. So Ollie likes to have everything like we're in the loft, and so we have these big doors. And at night when I come up, he's often already in bed, but the curtains are open and the doors are like wide open.
There must be a lovely breeze.
There is a lovely breeze, but I feel like I'm on stage at the theatre. I honestly feel like, hello, because there's like curtains and it's all open.
Hold on, you haven't got air conditioning up there.
No, we don't have air
Does it not get
conditioning up
boiling?
there. It does get warm in the daytime, but I'm not up there in the
It's
daytime.
not fine at night.
Because I leave it open during the day, but at night I like the doors and windows shut and the curtains closed. I don't like to be on display. And then he is like totally fine with that. I'm like, no, nothing is going on when everything is open. Sound and visual is open to the neighbourhood. Like,
They can't see in your bedroom.
He always says, you can't see up here, it's too high. But I'm just saying, when I've walked down my own street from time to time and Ollie's got out of the shower, I can totally see him upstairs in our loft bedroom. And I'm like,
When you walk down the street, you're on the back of the house.
yeah, but when you walk
round
down
the
the
other
side of my
side.
street, if I look up into my bedroom and Ollie's like just got out of the shower, I can see him. So just no. So then we have this whole to-do about shutting the windows and shutting the curtains. Oh, but it's so hot. I'm sorry, no. And the reason I'm so funny about it, and I'm not joking when I tell you this, a bat once flew into our house through the open window.
Oh, that's horrible.
An actual bat. So this is in London, a bat. So I am a little bit phobic about being in bed and a bat flying in my bedroom. Who wants that? No one needs that. Do you know what I mean?
No one wants that.
There's some Vampire Diaries shit going on in my bedroom. It's enough. So
It's enough with Ollie.
it's enough with
And
Ollie.
the puppy.
Yeah, so I don't need it open.
No, you don't need a bat.
No, I don't need a bat. It was really scary, by the way.
All right. Well, Lauren said fuck in the shower, so I'm just going to go with that. I mean,
Well, it makes him happy. It keeps you cool. And then he won't want to spoon with you because he'll just get into bed and go to sleep.
well, he might still want to spoon with her, Lauren.
What, after?
Yeah.
Ugh. It depends how long they've been together. Well, she's midlife. She's 43, so let's assume they've been together a while. So really, do you still need to spoon?
He does. He needs to spoon. Otherwise, he wouldn't be spooning her, would he?
He sounds a bit needy.
I mean,
He
it's a
sounds
lot,
a
isn't
bit
it?
needy to
It's a
me.
lot.
Why is your husband so needy? I think that's more of a problem than the hot nights. Get to the root of the needy husband.
I think it's quite sweet to have a needy husband.
I
I have
don't.
the least needy husband in the whole wide world.
Really? You want a needy husband?
But then he always says to me, "You would hate it if I was needy."
You would hate it.
I would. It would drive me crazy, and I could never have been with a.
Where are you going? How long are you going to be at
oh,
paddle for?
oh.
Will you be back so we can cuddle? No.
Oh no.
Right.
He still asks me every single morning when I get up at 6:30. I put my gym gear on, and he's like, "Where are you going?" And I'm
What?
like, "Adam,
He knows where you're going.
every day,
Why is he asking
7
you?
a.m. every
Is
day."
he just checking, or is it just something he says robotically now?
He says it every day
Why?
to annoy me.
Tell him one day something different and just see what he says.
Well, I used to play a game because he used to ask me on Monday, "What are we doing Saturday night?"
Mm-hmm.
And then he'd ask me on Tuesday, "What are we doing Saturday night?"
Yeah.
Wednesday, "What are we doing Saturday night?" By Friday, I refused to tell him what we're doing on Saturday night because I've told him 4 times.
Surprise.
It's like, you've asked me,
4
I've
times.
answered you patiently 4 times.
Yeah.
I'm not answering you again. If you can't listen or remember, then you are going to have to be surprised. on
Write it
Saturday
in your
night.
diary. Put it in your calendar where we're going. Then you'll remember.
Or just hear me. How about that?
Okay, yeah.
How about that? But doesn't Ollie do that? What are we doing Saturday night?
No, because he puts it in his calendar, so he knows what we're doing. And also, we do a diary meeting at the beginning of the week,
Every week.
pretty much, or every fortnight. So we know who's out, when we're out, what we're doing, where we're going. So no.
But you still have the babysitting thing.
Yeah,
So you still need to do that. We don't do that.
Yeah,
Because it
yeah.
doesn't matter if both of us are out.
yeah.
I mean, it's always nice to know where the other one is.
Yeah, it is.
But-
You should tell him one morning, where are you going? Just say, I'm going to meet my lover, and just see what he says. Just mix it up a bit. Just don't say you're going to the gym. Say one morning, say, I'm going to get a consultation for a facelift. One morning, just really go there. Really go there. So I was in the car with Josh the other day and he was going to school and it was baking la boiling hot and he was wearing his PE shorts and the school PE hoodie. I said, I really don't think you're going to need the hoodie today because it's going to be 32 degrees. He went, yeah, cold. I said, no, no, it's going to be hot. Yeah, cold. And I realised this is a new piece of teen slang I didn't know before. Do you know cold?
Didn't you ask my kids this?
I think maybe I asked. Think maybe
asked
I
Lily
did.
Rose.
Yeah, cold.
She'd heard of it. She uses it. She just thinks I'm the saddest woman on the planet anyway. So when I started to discuss it with her, it was like, who are you, you fucking loser? That was the look in her eyes.
Yeah, that's the general teenage look. He's also started to say TS.
Hold on, let me guess. Give it to me in context.
We went to the post office. There was a fuck off massive queue. So I said, oh, forget it. We're not going. And he went, TS, queue long. I was like, what is this TS? He's like, you'll get it. You'll get it. I was like, listen, I won't get it. You keep saying it.
Too slow?
No, it means it's short for this. I said, why can't you just say this?
But this is shorter than TS.
That's what I mean. I said,
Let's do it at the same time. We'll see who finishes first. I'll do this. You do TS. 1, 2, 3. This.
TS.
You see what I mean?
I said, why can't you just say the word this? Why do you have to say TS? It's just what you say. I said, I just don't understand. I don't understand.
But you're also not meant to understand.
I just felt so old. But we didn't use weird language.
Yeah, we did.
What did we say that our parents didn't say?
Don't you remember, like, when you used to talk about whether you were kissing a boy? You'd say,
get off.
You went with.
No, not no. We'd say, get
I went
off.
with him.
No, get off. We'd say. I got
And
off
then
with
if
him.
you were like with him, but not like boyfriend and girlfriend, you were seeing him.
Yeah,
There was that.
yeah. But that's perfectly understandable.
No,
even
it's
to my
understandable to you.
Even to my parents, if I said I'm seeing this boy, they'd understand what that would mean. They would get that.
Now it's like linking and
Talking to.
talking to. But that means you're just texting on Snap. You're snapping.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't have Snap.
We had our own slang.
I don't feel like we had as much.
No,
as
I
these
agree.
kids
We didn't have as much, or maybe it just felt a little bit more natural to us.
And also, I'm like, you know.
Oh, and you know what Lily Rose does, which I can't stand. A CBA to do that.
I can't be asked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she's like, I'm not gonna lie, a CBA.
Oh.
That's what she says a lot. I'm not gonna lie, a CBA.
It's very grating.
I'm like, why did you leave all the popcorn there the other day and you didn't throw it away? CBA to eat it. Can't you just say I didn't want it? Why can't you just speak? Why can't you just,
Talk.
yeah,
Words.
yeah,
Use words.
words would be good. A CBA.
Interesting.
Yeah. So cold, I haven't heard.
Well, you have now.
What does it mean?
Like, cool.
Good.
Cool.
Like
Okay.
sick.
No, like,
That's what I said to Lily Rose. Oh, does it mean like, sick?
yeah.
As in like, because sick used to be cool.
She was like, get in a hole and die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She looked at me like
It means good.
the tragedy of this woman is too much to bear.
Like, for example, would you like a Solero? Cold.
A Solero.
He
An
loves
ice lolly.
He loves a Solero.
Right.
Yeah. Cold.
It's pathetic.
It's pathetic. But we're not 12.
She's 14. She's nearly 15, by the way. And she's, CBA to eat it. What is that? I'm not going to lie, a CBA.
Either they're annoying or we're middle-aged. Or both.
I think both are true. Because I'm definitely middle-aged and I own it. They don't own that they're annoying. They don't realise... here's the thing with teenagers, right? And preteens, as in Josh's age.
Tweens.
Yeah. They don't realise how annoying they are. And they think that we're the annoying ones.
And also that we don't know anything.
I remember thinking that my mother knew nothing, understood nothing. I remember having that thought process of, oh my God, she just does not get it. Now that I'm my mother's age, from that point,
She got it.
oh, does she get it? And also, she was sitting there thinking, no, mate, you
don't
don't,
know
get it.
I remember my mum saying to me once, I know that you and your generation think that you invented sex, but I assure you we were all having it before you. And I was thinking, no, you don't understand anything. But she obviously did understand because she managed to have me and my brother. She got it. She understood. She got it.
She's also been married 3 times, your mum.
Yeah, she definitely got it. Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's the kind of arrogance and ignorance of youth.
And she thinks she knows everything.
Or
my
they try and get
14-year-old.
away with things and they think that you don't realise what they're doing. But you know everything because you clock your children because you grew them.
And also, you've done it before.
Yeah. My 21-year-old said to me the other day, you don't really know about me. I was like, I made you,
Oh my
I grew
God.
you,
I mean,
birthed you, I kept you alive with my breasts for
Yeah.
6 months. Like, I know by looking at your eyes what kind of day you've had, what kind of mood you're in, who you've spoken to, where
Yeah.
you've been and what you're doing. So like,
Yeah.
don't ever tell me I
Yeah.
don't know you.
Yeah.
I know you like I know me because you are me.
Yeah.
And I know you might not like that, but that's just a fact. And it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved that. Like, to all of it.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll say something to Lily Rose and she goes, well, how do you know? Well, because
Of all of that.
I grew you.
Yeah.
I grew you.
Yeah.
You see those fingers, the fingernails, like every single hair on your head, I grew.
Yeah.
So don't tell me that I don't fucking know. I fucking know everything. I know more than you know. And you don't even know that. That's how much I know.
Dear Midlife ladies, we recently got younger neighbours next door who have a barbecue and have made it their whole personality. They have relentless, late evening, smoke invading, music playing, marathon evenings of meat that never end. I like a barbecue as much as the next person, but at the grand old age of 46, I just want peace in my garden, not to feel like I'm living in the middle of a food festival. The noise and the smoke drift through our windows, making it impossible to relax in the garden or be inside with the doors and windows open. I am trying to be a good neighbour and also not a sad, boring arsehole, but I am also middle-aged and craving quiet. How do I stay polite and also preserve my sanity? Any tips of solidarity welcomed. Louise, 46, dreaming of a silent summer.
I have got building work going on next door.
Oh, that's not nice in the summer.
It's really not nice in the summer. And I do not get along with my neighbours.
It's the drilling.
But it's also they're having like a loft conversion and there's like loads of men on the roof a lot.
Oh, so you can't be like in your garden braless kind of vibe.
Right.
Yeah.
Or even in a bikini. I don't feel.
No.
So I feel like I can't really be in the garden.
Yeah.
And our neighbours, we don't get along with them. And for one reason or another, they don't speak to us now. And so they basically demanded this whole that we have to give them side access and all this shit. Anyway, because they have been so difficult to deal with, we've just kind of gone along with stuff because we cannot be bothered to get into the legalities of it. And I've spoken to the builder who's in charge, and we've kind of got an agreement. And we've taken photos, and I said if any damage is done, he's going to fix it, because I can't deal with them. So I also just want to be a quiet, happy neighbour. I don't want the drama of all your shit.
No.
I just don't.
No.
And at the same time, I also want to enjoy my garden this summer.
Yeah.
So I am with you, Louise. And I am ready and waiting to hear Lauren's response because I have no answer.
I have younger neighbours. They're like in their early 30s. They do have a barbecue, and he does barbecue. I don't mind. I can't really smell the barbecue. I can smell the gas, which was very scary the first time because I thought I had a gas leak, but it was his barbecue. They also have very young children who really, really are enjoying their garden in the summer, as they should, as little children. And their garden is like Thorpe Park. They've got a paddling pool. They've got a slide. They've got a swing. They've got a this. I mean, it is. If you were 3, you would think you were in Disney, right? So they are thoroughly enjoying it after school and on the weekends all day. And they have their little friends over. And every single time I see him outside, my neighbour, he always says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the noise today. I'm sorry for the noise today." I'm like, listen, your kids are having an epic time in their own garden. It is fine. They are children. They are supposed to be enjoying the garden, playing and being 3
We're waiting
and
for the
5.
solution. Hello.
I'm just like, I think just, you have to just be a little bit gracious. I know it's annoying, but
there's nothing you can do.
You have to be able to let people be themselves in their own homes, you know? And I'm sure when my boys were younger and they were outside playing football all day, that was annoying for my neighbours.
But the question is, like, that's fine. Like, they can get on with their building work. I can't stop their building work. Louise can't stop them from having a barbecue.
She can't.
And them socialising however they choose to in their own home. The question is, how can we enjoy our own garden without being disturbed by what they're doing?
Well, you kind of can't. I would actually just make friends with her neighbours and get invited to the barbecue.
I can't make friends with mine, so...
No, you actually can't.
You know what I have been doing,
What?
actually? I don't know if this is helpful. I laid in the garden the other day because it was boiling hot, and I put on some headphones. I've got like noise cancelling headphones.
Good idea.
So I put them in.
I was going to say burkini.
No, I did put a bikini on because I am in my garden, and with the noise cancelling headphones, I could kind of tune it out a bit more.
They had a treat the afternoon, didn't they?
Thank you, Lauren. I mean, do we have to focus on that? Because
they did. There are many men who'd like to stand. They'd pay to stand on a rooftop looking at you in a bikini.
No, they wouldn't.
Oh, they would.
No, they wouldn't.
They totally would.
No, they wouldn't. That is fucking weird.
Have you managed to find matching top and bottoms? Or were you just going bikini bottoms and a Marlboro Light, as suggested a few weeks ago?
You know what? The Marlboro Light is sounding... If I hit any more edges of perimenopause, the Marlboro Light is going to be a very strong reality.
I don't know, Louise. Make friends with your neighbours and get invited to the barbecues because it actually sounds quite fun next door.
Yeah, it does. They
Do you know
sound
what I
better
mean?
than my neighbours. I'll be honest with you, Louise. Not to like compare and then, minimise your experience, but they do.
I mean, I really like my neighbours, but I think I'd be invited to the slip and slide paddling pool games. But I do have lovely chats with them over the fence. They do
I
pop
think
over
it's
to see
just
the
one of
puppy.
those things that we have to suck it up.
I'm sorry, Louise.
Sorry,
it is.
Louise.
I'm sorry. It's just we become more intolerant as we reach midlife and, other people are young and enjoying themselves and that grates.
That is our show. We're going to be back on Tuesday for an Unfiltered.
Yes.
Please keep your messages coming in. hello@40ish.co.uk, and we'll be back next week with a brand new episode.
See you then.